Well, Lewis and Anya have been talking a lot about the pheasant season, which is opening to South Dakota residents this weekend. So they thought they would be taking a basic hunting lesson from avid hunter Dave Gates. They join us now live from the Rapid City Trap Club. Good morning, you two.
Hey, well, good morning, Jessica. We're out here this morning. It's a bit dark. It's a bit dark. You can't quite see the pheasants yet. But, guys, as we've been talking about yesterday and today, pheasant hunting, big deal in South Dakota, open to residents this weekend. And yesterday, we talked about, you know, the pheasant population. It's up about 76% from last year, which is good. And then also the gear. So once we kind of had the basics, we had the gear. Anya, what was next?
Well, we realized neither of us have ever been pheasant hunting.
It's true.
I mean, I did grow up around at East River, but we needed to learn the basics. So we turned to pheasant guide Dave Gates, and here's what we learned. Take a look.
Dave Gates has been hunting for over 50 years and decided he wanted to make a television segment about hunting in South Dakota.
Because they want something, the number one thing that was said to me by people, make it attainable. Shows like that, so that's the idea.
His show is being aired by the Sportsman Channel, and his ultimate plan is to feature South Dakota veterans and military personnel on hunting excursions. With the opening of pheasant hunting season for residents quickly approaches, Gates says the lifelong memories of the sport bring people back year after year.
But you know, that opening weekend of pheasant season, you just get a passion for it. You just kind of wait for this. It's like there's something in the air. Everybody gets together.
So Lewis and I decided we should learn some basic fundamentals of pheasant hunting that brings thousands of non-residents to South Dakota each year. First, we needed to scout the area.
What's your eye looking for right now?
Well, you know, a lot of times you go by the time of day. Okay, now, so what are we right now? Probably about 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
You're going to be looking, they're going to be out in the cover. They're going to be feeding, okay?
Okay.
So you find the crops first, okay? Now, the chances are they're probably not going to be in this stuff. This is deer cover right here.
Okay.
Okay. Now, they're going to be over in that milo back over in there.
Okay.
Okay. And the first thing you want to do is you want to get downwind from the cover, okay? You want to give the dog the advantage.
And we learned that man's best friend has a big part in the process.
It takes a dog to go chase them down and go find them. But that's a lot of the reason, because of their nose, because they're so good. I mean, they can smell so much better than we can. And so then you get them downwind of the cover, and like he's trained on how to find dead birds.
We've often heard of calling game in, but found out that wild birds seldom cackle. But Lewis tried his best at what the call would sound like.
I don't know.
That's a turkey.
That's a turkey.
That wasn't right, so I did the only call I knew how to imitate.
Anya's out call.
But the out call wasn't doing us any good with the pheasants. And in fact, the quieter you are, the better. We learned quite a bit from our time with Dave, but realized we had a ways to go before we would be bringing any dinner on the table.
So there you go, some both handy tips for me and you, Anya. Now, I want to hit on this just really quick. In the story, I heard you, we tried to do some calls, and I heard you have a dynamite out call. So, Anya, I want you to give us a nice, loud out call to start the morning. This is going to start the morning off right. Come on, right here.
You want to be surrounded by elk?
I want to be surrounded. Bring in the elk.
I'm going to try.
All right,
Ready?
come on, a good one.
That wasn't very good.
No, that was good. Elk are now coming to us right here, guys. All right, so coming up a little bit later on, we found out the basics. Then it was time to practice, and that didn't go so well. Practice shooting, that didn't go so well. We're going to have that coming up here in just a bit. So stay with us. You're watching News Center 1 today. Out call.
We'll be right back.
Can't hear a thing, but I sure do like your style. And I can see you came to rock in your blue jeans and white tank top. Man, that look drives